The events in this video occurred several weeks ago. I was looking for an idea for my next video, and I decided to go to the security post carrier to get some FPS footage. Now, as I descended from higher up above, I could see there was some unusual activity down below. Sometimes when you went to this station, things were dead quiet, but today there was a couple of hornets at least down on the landing pads, and a figure actually from above looked like a small, like stick-like figure moving around. As I got down lower, I thought I could hear some weapon firing. Not sure if it was aimed at me, but maybe it was coming from inside. Now, as I decided to go towards the airlock, a constellation was already making a brief pass, and then it sped off majestically, so I didn't have to worry about the occupants. I went inside the security post, and as I entered one of the main rooms, I saw a couple of figures out the corner of my eye. Now, naively, I got on the chat. Now, at the best of times, people sometimes never replied, and certainly in this place. But I was quite a nice guy generally, and I said I came in peace. I wasn't sure where the two figures I saw, or thought I saw, had gone, but I thought it was prudent to get myself a weapon, albeit just for showing some of the weapon animations. I could hear some weapon firing in the distance. Who it was aimed at, I wasn't sure. But as I turned the corner, I was gunned down from behind by two assailants. It was basically an execution. I never had a chance, but I respawned at Port Orsar, and unusually for me, I felt very angry, and I wanted vengeance. I typed those famous lines into the chat, "I'll be back," and I'd accidentally left the caps lock on. I quickly sped out of my room and chose my ship, the Vanguard Warden, the meanest ship I could think of. As I headed back to the security post, I knew what I had to do. I assumed that my attackers were the occupants of the hornets I'd seen earlier. As I descended to the security post, I would strike swiftly and with no mercy.
Travel initiated. Travel complete. Contact. Begin scan.
I'd totally blown away the hornets and its occupants. I had my vengeance, and it felt good. But then I suddenly began to feel some remorse. What if they wasn't the two people who'd gunned me down earlier? Maybe they were just innocent bystanders who had been outside all the time with their ships. But the deed had been done, and there was no possibility of remorse. I decided to get some footage for maybe a future video on FPS gameplay. Just as I finished capturing some video, I heard the sound of some weapon fire. I wasn't sure where it was coming from. Then I quickly realised there were ships flying around outside. I was sure the pilots of the Hornet had returned, and as I went through the airlock door, a piece of ship debris came spinning through. But my ship seemed intact. I was back at my vanguard, but then no. I quickly realised that only the front cockpit remained. The rest of the ship had been totally blown away. My ship would never fly again. I was stranded. Then I heard some more gunfire. Not sure where it was from, but I was sure that I was the target. I had to go back inside. It was my only chance. Maybe if I could act stealthily, I could evade my pursuers, and maybe even steal a ship to escape. I had no idea if anyone else was inside, but certainly outside there was plenty of activity, as some ships seemed to be fighting each other. The whole situation seemed to be descending into total chaos. I had nowhere to go. What would I do? I now regretted ever returning to this place, and I had the distinct feeling that I was being hunted. I had nowhere to run to, and nowhere to hide. And then they found me. I tried to make a run for it, but their aim was better than mine, and everything seemed to go into slow motion. Now the circle of vengeance was now complete. In the game at the moment, acts of vengeance would have no consequence, but in the future, all our actions would have consequences. But that's for stories to come. Now a big thank you to all the citizens who helped to make this video, whoever they were. And thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, which will help me a lot. Bye for now.